tried this one before in the sauce. It's crispy, very crispy. 这样不粘在肉上就可以。
Hi, my name is Kevin Noe,
My name is Susu.
and we are with the Confucius Institute at Colorado State University. Today, we are going to be doing a fun online digital cooking video. And what are we making today, Susu?
Today we're going to making traditional sweet sour pork.
Sweet and sour pork, a favorite here in the United States, and also a very traditional dish in China, is that correct?
It's very popular in China. Everybody like it.
So, if you've attended one of our cooking lessons before, welcome back. We're happy to have you join us again in this online format. Normally, the Confucius Institute provides cooking lessons here in northern Colorado in both Windsor and Fort Collins at the Windsor Rec Center and the Senior Center respectively. Now, sweet and sour pork is usually what kind of flavors? What can you tell me about the dish?
So sweet sour pork. So we will use a lot ketchup or tomato sauce. So it's very tomato.
Oh. Is ketchup actually used in the dish in China?
Yes, we use a lot ketchup. We use ketchup to make pork, to make chicken, or to make a lot of shrimp.
Oh, how exciting. Now, as those individuals that have been with us before know, you are Chef Su, and I am just your sous chef.
Thank you for your help.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, Susu, what kind of pork is this?
I think this is loin. It's not fat.
We will use lean meat. We will cut them into strips. And about how thick should each strip be?
How thick?
I would say that would be an inch and a half. So, now that we have these cut into strips, what is our next step?
So next step, we will going to fry them. We will use cornstarch and water. So very simple ingredients.
Okay, sounds easy enough.
Ready? For now, we need a big bottle cornstarch. If you have the meat, much like mine. So add a lot of starch. And cold water. So we will gonna do little by little add water.
So when you're lifting up your fork or your mixing utensil, you should see almost a string of your cornstarch and water concoction coming off of your fork.
Now add your pork.
So we want to make sure that every strip of pork gets covered in our cornstarch and water mixture. I guess that's one of the important reasons why it's sticky, right? Is it's going to stick to the meat.
Yeah, because the cornstarch can stay on the pork.
Okay, so we don't want to add too much water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. See, you can see the starch on the pork. So now we're going to fry them. It's deep fry, so you will use a lot of oil.
Susu, how do we know whether or not the oil is hot enough and ready to fry?
So you have two ways to know. The first, if you have the wood chopstick, you just put it in the oil. If the bubble around the chopstick, That's the oil already. So you can see a little bubble come out. Another way.
The second method is to place some of your cornstarch into the oil and see if it bubbles.
Before you add the pork in the pot, mix again. And a little by little put in the pot. Make sure not too much for once. You can see this meat very sticky.
And that's a good thing. We want it to be sticky, right?
Yes, very important. And you need one of this. I don't know how to say that in English.
So softly move the pork strips around to make sure that they don't stick to the bottom of your pot. Susu, how do we know whether or not our sweet and sour pork is cooked?
Yes, you can see in the part of the meat. You can touch them, you can feel that little bit hard.
So we want to feel the firmness of the pork.
And you can look at the color. The color going to the gold, yellow, that's done.
Okay. So the pork should be both firm and golden in color, yes?
And we will fry them twice. This is the first time. Take them out.
So use a strainer to remove them from the oil. So using your strainer, you can scrape your pot to clean out any leftover pork or skin, just to get rid of it and clean that oil up.
Turn heat to very high. Let the oil temperature going to high. Now we will fry them the second time. Fry them second time, make sure the outside is going to crispy. I like crispy.
I think we all like crispy.
This time you should focus on the color. See? Color going to gold. And you can touch them very hard now. And more crispy. But don't burn them. The color looks like this. All done. Remove them to another plate.
So we can compare the difference between the second time frying, these have just been fried for the second time, and this batch over here, which was only fried once. Definitely a big difference in color and texture.
The last step, use your pot, wok or pan to fry them.
So after we've deep fried them twice, we let them cool, and now we are going to pan fry them in either a wok or a regular pan with tomato sauce.
You can use tomato sauce. You should add the regular sugar or white vinegar. Or very simple, you just use ketchup. So both okay. I will use the tomato sauce today. I already ate sugar and vinegar.
And so we'll just fry up this tomato sauce concoction first. Tomato sauce, white vinegar, and sugar. And again, the amount of each is going to be different for your tastes. If you like something that's a little sweeter, you can add some more sugar. If you want something that's a little more sour, add more vinegar. The reason that we are going to fry this up a little first is this is going to help the sauce become a little more sticky.
Let me try this one before in the sauce. It's crispy, very crispy. Here's sesame seed, so it's white sesame.
A little more than a sprinkle.
对，会多一点。Now you can see the sauce very thick. Pour. 火大一点。
Now we want a higher heat as we're cooking the pork in the sauce.
就让酱都粘在肉上就可以了。
Once you have all the sauce stuck to the pork, then you are done with this step.
你需要很快把所有的酱弄到肉上就可以了。
And you want to try and get the sauce stuck to the pork in a very short time frame. You don't want to cook it too
So all
long.
done. Kevin, yeah!
I don't know why I'm getting a
got
high
this.
five. I didn't do anything.
You're the good translator for me. So you can see pork. Smell. You can smell that sour.
Yes, you definitely can. It is quite sour.
I'm so excited to try it.
Yes.
Oh, can you hear that sound? It's crispy, still crispy.
Very crispy.
What do you think? My sweet sour pork, Chinese sweet sour pork, what's the difference with the American sweet sour pork? Because I never had one.
I definitely don't think it is as sweet as what we normally would enjoy here. I think that's the same with a lot of foods that we have here in America. This is a little more on the sour side, but it has enough sweetness so that it doesn't have any sort of sour kick to it. Very enjoyable. And the white sesame seed adds a very good flavor.
So if you like our video, just try to make this dish at home.
So again, thank you very much for joining us today. We hope that you enjoyed this content, and we truly hope that you try and make this dish for yourselves at home. If you do end up making sweet and sour pork, please leave a picture of your completed dish down below. And if you enjoyed content like this, make sure to follow Colorado State University International Programs for more online digital content. Thank you again, and
Thank you,
please
Kevin.
enjoy.
Thank you for watching. Bye.